Hey everybody, it's Nad the Red. Welcome back to Sunrider Mask of Arcadius. Last week, God damn it. Trying again from the beginning. Last we left off, I managed to regain some of my pride, a little bit of it, maybe just a teensy little. I don't have much to begin with, so this really no. Anyway, moving onwards. Yeah, beat the assault carrier fleet. I am really hoping, really hoping the game doesn't pull a third fight on me. Although I wouldn't put it past it, to be completely honest. You know what? Moving on. We've sank all the ships in our area. However, the Alliance fleet is still facing substantial resistance from the enemy. Fontana, it's over. Unitoids are gone. Surrender or I'm losing the ability to talk. Your new toys are gone. Surrender or we'll scrap your entire fleet. Ellipses. No. It is our victory. Oh, fucking how? What? Yeah. I hate you. Did you forget about me already, Captain? Warning, new pirate signatures. What? Where? From inside the on-gas habitat stations. All riders, it's go time. Enemy riders are flooding out from the orbital habitats. They must have been hiding inside them all this time. Fontana and the pirate fleets were just decoys. Now the combined fleets is vulnerable to sitting ducks. Get the situation on screen. The Alliance fleet has merged here to counter the enemy fleets. Cassette and a battalion of bomber riders approach in the orbital habitats. Time until they intercept our docks, 4 minutes. Fall back. Intercept the Cassette and her bombers. We're entangled with Fontana's forces. There's no way we'll make it back in time. Oh, could you be any more melodramatic? How disappointing, Captain. I expected more from the victor of Farport. In one fell swoop, every Alliance ship in the combined fleet would be cast into the hellfire at the very Onga site they sought to steal from Ongas. Poetic justice is not. I think that's pushing it a bit. A fitting end for the imperialistic ambition of the Neutral Rim. Just as the Imperials before them, they will fall not to our cannon fire but to the fruits of their own greed. For their systematic. I don't think Lenin was this bad. For their systematic exploitation of the weak is but a cancer which will eventually consume their body unless it is cleansed with fire. Now you're getting into my levels of bullshit here. This is how I talk. Now, Captain, behold Pax's true goal. Okay, I don't go that far. The eradication of the Imperialists and the birth of our new galactic order. The Ongasite tanks are in range. This is for you, Captain. You were always my favorite. Oh, thank you. Touching. Click. This is oddly familiar. The enemy riders have begun their attack. The combined fleet is sunk. Shit. Click. Catastrophic losses are being reported. Your orders, Captain. Shields clenched his fists. Fontana! It is over, Captain. The Alliance fleet is lost. Your ship will be seized and the princess returned to Arcadius. As for you, you will stand trial for your crimes against humanity. Cosmos tells me you were responsible for quite a number of civilian deaths on Ongas. Oh, please. Not yet. Please, for all the love of this holy, pull some Deus Ex Machina bullshit out of your ass, Admiral. So the Great Grey of the Emerald Fleet finally speaks. Have you come to discuss terms of surrender? You little punk. Don't think you're the first commander to dare raise sword against me, but you're still young. Sit down, boy, and let me show you war. Captain, I'm detecting radiation charges coming from the combined fleet. I've just ordered every Alliance fleet to arm their nuclear torpedoes at Ongas. These are my terms. Tell your little pirate friend to turn around and skirt back to the rat hole she crawled out of. As for you, take your ships back to New Eden and shore up your defenses. You'll need them to escape from the coming hellfire. Or else I'll drop enough nukes on Ongas to make it glow brighter than the sun for the next millennia. You cannot be serious, Admiral. A man of the Alliance would not mass murder 40 billion civilians. Try me, boy. He's bluffing. We can wipe out the entire Alliance fleet here now. Somehow I don't think Fontana's that stupid. He strikes me as being a bit more intellectual than that. You have the count of 3 to draw your forces. 1. Don't listen to him! He's too much of a coward to fire. Fontana! All their ships are gathered here. We'll never get another chance like this. We're getting in the Alliance's military supremacy in just 15 more seconds. This will be the end of the Alliance, and the beginning of a new era. 2. We'll all die if it means the end of the Alliance. Independence or death! Just give us 10 more seconds, we can do this! Ah, shit! You know what? I'm in the mood. You've lost, Fontana. All units, hold your fire and warp to the fallback coordinates. Cosmos, withdraw your forces. You idiot! A victory at the cost of Arcadius is no victory at all, but a catastrophic defeat. We have hurt the combined fleet enough. We will reserve our forces for another opportunity. Another opportunity like this won't ever come! Enough, Cosmos. If you care for the plight of your people at all, then you'll order your ships to retreat. Ugh, fuck you, Fontana! As for you, Captain, once I get my hands on you and your crew, I'll tie up all your little lovers, and I'll have you watch as I slowly remove one body part after another from them, and then I'll feed them to you until you crave nothing but the meat of your comrades. And once you're finally a broken shell of your former self, I'll keep you around as a slave, and you'll do nothing but adore me as your master. You'll regret ever fucking with me! All units, break off and warp away to the fallback point. We've done enough for today. The enemy fleets are falling back. The plan worked! Stop all combat operations and prepare to assist with salvage and recovery. Shields fell into his chair. All enemies have warped out of the system. And our status? Substantial damage to our docks. We have uncontrollable ongosite leaks at nearly 40% of the tanks. Altogether, we've lost nearly 120 battle cruisers during the attack. That's nearly 30% of our entire fleet. This attack was grave, but we have avoided the worst of it. I will regroup our forces. More reinforcements are due from our core world soon. Fear not, Captain. With this crisis averted, we will be able to push further into Pack-occupied territory as planned. I believe Sarah is not that far away now, is it? No. Well then, we best get to work. News of the Second Battle of Arcadius has hit the HoloNet. What's the response? Virtually every Universalist affiliated news source is calling it a resounding victory, and further proof that Pact is losing the war. With this, Pact has been defeated at Farport, and twice at Arcadius. Many are drawing parallels between this war and the Alliance Imperial War, which led to the creation of the Solar Alliance. Once again, the free people of the Alliance will unite to defeat a tyrant who seeks to rule all of mankind. And just like 200 years ago, a Great Grey will lead the Alliance to total victory against the forces of evil. Or so they say. In the latest opinion poll published by All Alliance News, Admiral Grey gained 4 points in the standings. He now soundly dominates the polls at 48%, against Progress candidate Frandal's 37 points. All in all, this election's hardly even worth the competition anymore. Are you feeling alright, Captain? Yeah. From the moment they nuked Sarah City, Pact lost its claim to the moral high ground. Whatever their propaganda machine may spurt, they are a menace to this galaxy. We must use whatever means necessary to end Arcadius, or else he will do the same to us. With Arcadius secured, it will be Arcadius in his fear. Captain? That'll be all, Commander. What about you, Cato? I'm the captain. My duty is to my crew. Once the war is over, we will wash our hands clean and return to our civilian lives. But until then, we will show no quarter. Understood, Captain. Ah, wonderful. This is a good way to move on from that harrowing... I can't even think of a fitting adjective. One moment, I went straight from the last episode onto this one, just so I could get out of the way. Adrenaline, epinephrine, whatever you want to call it, just flooding me. Oh, shit. That was, pretty awesome. Now then. Shield sat with Chigara in his quarters for another round of tea. Did I let the crew down, Chigara? What do you mean, Captain? He outmaneuvered me. This Fontana, he is a foe deadlier than anyone we've encountered so far. He predicted every one of my moves, even before the battle began. We got lucky this time. But what'll happen next time? Next time you'll be ready. He had the benefit of surprise this time. He won't ever be able to do that again now. Shields fingered his teacup. Why does war turn good people into monsters? Because for the sake of war, people forget who they are, I suppose you could say, in a way. Sometimes you have to separate your humanity from your darker psychological elements. I don't know, I've never been in war, I can't talk about this shit. I'm just pulling the strings, trying to sound vaguely poetic. So I'll stop now, and rather than embarrass myself further. Fontana, he's a good man. And Gray is no murderer either. And yet, when the lives of those around us are in danger, we must make decisions which we would ordinarily never make. Decisions to murder billions of lives. Decisions to ignore atrocities. Decisions to condemn innocents to death. That's what separates leaders from followers, Captain. Oh, fuck you! Oh, actually, that'll show up in the recording. Go away! Ugh. The old version, I think it might have. I don't think it'll show up in this one. Sorry about that. That's what separates leaders from followers, Captain. Whatever you decide, I know it will be for the greater good. You'll always be my hero, Captain. Aw. I'm sorry to disappoint. You never disappoint. Chigara stroked Shield's arm. No matter what happens, I'll always be here for you. Thanks, Chigara. Shields embraced Chigara and held her close. The scent of her hair was his sole comfort against the growing darkness in his heart. This will be over soon. When Sarah's free once more, we'll put our weapons down. Then maybe we'll finally be able to start that bakery of yours. You're making me blush, Captain. Ah, that was a touching little moment. And a nice breather as well, that. Oof. And of course, however, you can't forget your psychologically tormented hero. I think that the first train I was on was actually more fitting. Whatever. Kato. Oh, shit. You killed me. You killed all of us. Shields jolted awake. Murray. He stumbled out of bed and splashed himself with water. I didn't kill her. Shields uncapped a bottle of vodka and poured himself... That's my man! And poured himself a shot. We are the greatest force of freedom in the history of the galaxy. Sit down, boy, and let me show you war. You will stand trial for your crimes against humanity. Your orders, Captain. Your orders. Your orders, sir. Captain, what do we do? I don't know. What? That was weird. The game wouldn't respond. It's doing it again. Weird. Come on, don't fuck up on me now. Here we go. Shields gripped his glass. Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't know. And on that, and especially because the game doesn't seem to want to cooperate as much anymore, I will call this episode here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. What? I actually have to end the recording first. There we go.